Good morning, everybody. And good morning, and welcome to Ted Davies Artistry. I am Ted Davies, and this is TED Talks. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. We are trying to work with this new modem that we just got from Spectrum. So if anything's delayed or anything like that, I'm sorry. We are going to be taking next week off to straighten out everything, just so that everybody knows there will be no live TED Talks or anything on Ted Davies Artistry next week, just so you know. So, all right, well, let's get started. This, of course, it's dropping again signal. Sorry, guys, I'm going to keep talking. We'll just kind of work through this. It's my birthday week. It's been crazy busy. I do have a couple things we're going to be talking about today. I'm 51 years old this week. God, I can't believe it. Still ticking, so that's good. We are part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, so check out everything that we're doing on Facebook under Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We are a group of creators help creators build their business. And if you are a creative, then get plugged into what we're doing because it's awesome. I think you guys will enjoy it. So we're also sponsored by Cashman's Comics in Bay City, Michigan. Cashman's has been there 26 years. They sell my works as well as a lot of other independent artists' work and all the mainstream comics as well. So check out everything that John Cashman is doing. Say hi to Petey if you're lucky enough to be down at the Bay City store. Okay, and let's see. We're going to talk about a couple things here. First off, Ted's Library. This week, we are going to be talking about, I think it's Carl Witzman's Ode to the Crazies, which is great. It's the Mad Gasser Cheerleader Returns. Just got this in the mail 2 days ago. So I haven't cracked into it yet, but I'm sure it's as good as, if not better, as the original Mad Gasser Cheerleader. So check out everything that you're doing. Get on Carl Witzman's page. Carl, throw it in the chat so everybody can see it, and we'll get you going here. Awesome. I'm looking forward to reading it. Twists and turns in that book series. So I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So it's different. I wasn't expecting the first book at all to be the way it was. So it's very, very good. Okay. So like I said, we might have a couple things with a couple issues with the internet. We haven't really had any problems, but it's one of those things. The modem died on us last week. So in Spectrum, it's fluctuating. It's going between 3 and 1. If I start freezing up and that, just kind of bear with me. I'm still having some issues with it. I don't know if it's going through a cycle or what's it's doing, but it seems to be working. So that's it. I'll just keep rolling with it. Let me know though if you guys if it starts to stutter or anything like that. That's just part of it. Spectrum will be called. Trust me on that. Well, let me say good morning, everybody. Donna, Carl, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Let's see. George, how you doing? So we're gonna have George on soon. I just got a couple things in the mail from George, and no spoilers on that. We'll wait until we get that in. I think that that might be it. Let me double check here. This might be the problem. Let's see if this works. Okay, maybe that might be it. Maybe we'll see if that works. I didn't have the computer plugged in, so maybe that's something that might work. I don't know. That's what happens when you get older. How you doing, Lewis? Good morning, sir. How are you? Okay. So since last year, let's go through a recap from since my last birthday. I'm a little bit hairier, got a lot more hair, facial hair. Puberty must have hit. Thank God, right? There's been more shows. We've gotten more comics. We got books out. We've got all these things happening with TED Talks and Ted Davies Artistry. We got the book development deal. A lot of things have been happening with that. We've me and Craig Hall out in LA. We've been working really hard on a few different things on the episodes and everything else with the scripting. So that's still in the works. Moving along, and it happens, life gets in the way, and that's just part of the game. So you just have to roll with it, and it's development at its finest. So that's it. Speaking of which, Retrieve 3 is on the boards right now. We're working on Retrieve book 3. So that's going to be probably out in June, July, like we talked about. We're going to be kickstarting that. We'll give you guys a little bit of a break on that. And I'll look at the comments in a second, guys. We're working on the Kickstarter fulfillment right now. I've got another shipment going out today, as well as all the digital. I'll send out all the digital packs too. Sorry about that, guys. I've just been really busy, and it's one of those things that's scheduling. I just have to get on that. So sorry about that. We are working on the figures. The figures are, we had snow last night, so I couldn't clear coat the figures that everybody purchased. Our weather's been crazy, and I usually spray the stuff outside, so I don't like doing it in the house. I don't have a garage here, so I'm gonna have to kind of just wait for the weather to break here. We should have good weather by the end of the week, and I should be able to seal those up. Those will be out next week. I'll get those sent out next week, so everybody knows they'll be signed and numbered. Donna, you get number 1, as we talked about. Everybody knows that. I hope everybody understands that, because Donna is number 1, as you guys know. Okay, let me just see what else I've got here. All right. Yeah, we got a lot happening right now. Like I said, I've got this is going to be a short and sweet TED Talks, I think, but we've got a lot of shows happening right now. I just got accepted to we're going to be going to the Lansing the Capital City Comic-Con. I was talking to the promoter last week, Tim Hunt. He's a very nice guy. I'm going to be going to that one in July. That's July 8th, 9th, and 10th. I also just got accepted to the Tawas Bay Art Show, which is coming up. That'll be Memorial Weekend here in Tawas Bay, actually Tawas, Michigan. So East Tawas, actually. So it's Tawas City, Michigan. But that's a really good one. Everybody should be looking. If you guys are up anywhere in Michigan, come up this way, up to the Tawas Bay, and see all the different artists and craftspeople that are out here, me included. So, and that is, it's not Memorial Day, but it's the Saturday and Sunday before. So you guys can check that out, or that weekend. It's just not the Memorial Day Monday proper. So you can check that out. Also, I don't know if you guys can see behind me all these beautiful, beautiful comics that we've got behind me. We've had a couple things happening with all of this right now. I'm kind of, because I'm not busy enough. I am partnering up and doing a few things with my own collection, as well as another business partner, and we're working to fulfill the needs of comics collectors. We've got an amazing, amazing collection of comics that we've been fortunate enough to be stewards of. Some we're going to be keeping, some we're sending out to CG. As you can see, some of the top of the top. This is just 8 of them. Actually, of what we've got here. This is actually my private stash here. The Star Wars one is mint. I'm actually sending that out to get that graded now. But yeah, we're getting the Fantastic Four graded, and as you can see behind me, Eric, you know what that one is. That one's going out to grading this week as well. So we've got actually, I think all of these are going to be going out to grading. So if you guys could like and share this out too, that would be really, really helpful for my channel. That would be awesome. It'd be a nice birthday present. Thank you. So Ryan, congratulations to you and Glenn on Comics Unlimited. Yes, thank you very, very much. We've been the new Comics Unlimited's coming out in May is going to be awesome. It's the collaboration with me and Glenn now. Me as being, like I said, I'm not busy enough, so I partnered up with him on Comics Unlimited. We're really, really excited about that. It's going to be I'm looking forward to it, because now that's ushering in kind of more of a publishing side that I've really wanted to. Publishing TED, is that what they call it? I wanted to kind of, Glenn and I were talking about for quite a while, and it was a partnership that I've been wanting to work on for a long time. And then now we get to take Comics Unlimited to really to the American audience, and really start promoting a lot of the indie creators and just all of comics, just really the common ground that comics is, and showing the history of comics, as well as what's coming into play in the future with all you guys. So good morning, Joe. How you doing, sir? Let's see. Carl, you're too kind, Carl. Well, you have everything to do with that, man. You guys are all part of the accomplishments. This isn't just me. This is there's a lot of people that make up Ted Davies Artistry. Christine, you guys know very well. She's a vital part of this. My kids, business people throughout you guys. I mean, everybody. I've got just a wealth of friendships and a lot of gratitude to you guys because you built a very lucrative business for me, and I appreciate it. And the least I can do is give back with hopefully some of these things with TED Talks and that. But there, this is part of it. I mean, seize the day. That's the main thing. That's what I wanted to talk about today because 51 is like, it's just a number. I know a lot of people don't even have the chance to grow old, and this is something that I take every day, as it comes. That's why I post those sunrise pictures so you guys see, not to brag, but to share with you what blessings we have around us. Look what you've got around you, whether it's a cigar, Carl, or whether it's Donna, or whatever. I mean, look around you guys. Look at all the benefits and all the blessings that you've got. I know life can get kind of crazy sometimes. But you can get through it. You can get through this mess we call life, and it's beautiful, really. And it's better with comics. It's better with creatives. So, and look for that spark. Look for those people that are the ones that are changing things for the better and making it a little bit easier for us to get through the day. So, speaking of which, Glenn's not here. Glenn had to run out. I don't know what he's doing over in UK that's so important, but he should be here. He'll watch it on the replay, I'm sure. Thanks, Ryan. And that's he said he loved the background. Let's see, we've got quite a few things that are coming down the pipe with this. I really, really excited to see people that are going to be um, utilizing their collections and actually being able to purchase some of the books that um, I've got so that they can get their collections complete. Because I think it's really important that we help each other. You're striving to get something complete, obviously, with working and doing books and everything else. But what I'm trying to do with these vintage comics and everything else that I'm doing right now, it's hopefully to complete a lot of sets for people to give them that grail comic that they really, really have been looking for over the years, and it's at a fair price. So, but yeah, so if anything, if you guys are looking for something, let me know. I have I've got like I said, a huge selection to go through, whether it's from Archie Comics to, I mean, you name it, DC, Marvel, but that's just like another venture, like we're talking about. So diversification is the key, guys. So good morning, John. How you doing? John is we're gonna be announcing something next week, even though I'm off. I'm going to be announcing it May 4th. You guys look for May 4th. There's going to be a big thing happening on Ted Davies Artistry, and we will announce that next week. And I think you guys are going to enjoy that very much. So all of you guys, like I said, there's some major things happening on May 4th, and I can't wait. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. But thank you, John, for stopping in this morning. He needs more scones, Carl. Probably Glenn does. He probably has to run out to get some more tea. Go to high tea at Harrods or something. So let's see. Yeah, so that is one of the things I'm really looking forward to in May, the beginning of May. What's going to be happening? I don't have the book in front of me. I was going to bring that and show you guys what I ended up. One of the things I ended up getting for my birthday, but I don't have it right in front of me. I should have done that. Let's see, Jody. I'm happy that Ted helped with adding to the Wonder Woman library that I have. That was a nice treat. Cool. I'm glad you liked the book. I do have another one. So I've got the pictures. I'll get them over to you if you want it, but it's reasonably priced. It's really nice. I think you're going to dig it. You might have it already. Who knows? But, let's see. I'm looking for some early image. I will pay top dollar up to $1. Fair enough. Image, jeez. You're so specific, Eric. I didn't know that, Ryan. Hold on one second. Ryan's just a information highway here. Also on May 4th is the 10th anniversary of Avengers. God, is it really? Oh my gosh. We were just watching Endgame Sunday, man, and that still tears me up, man. I really really like that. That was a great movie. Despite what everybody's, if you're a collector and it's different from the books and whatever. But man, that was such a it's such a ending, and that's why I call it Endgame. But it's such an ending to the whole. Yeah, it's not really when you think about it. With everything else coming out now, with Moon Knight and everything else, it's just the beginning of everything. And I know, speculation on comic books is something I think you got to really treat with kid gloves because I don't like I don't necessarily like where a lot of it's not always about the value of the comics. Yeah, on these ones it's different. But when you're a collector, when you're really, Brian said something to me a couple days. Brian K. Morris, he says, you know what, the reader copies are just as valuable to me, and that's, and I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, that's really the essential of it. Um, some of these, they're grails, and you want to make sure that you have the best of the best that you can afford if you want that. Um, but I always have a reader copy too, or I go to Comixology or, and read just so that you can enjoy the comics. It's not just about, having them up on the wall looking at the curbside appeal of them. I think it really has to deal with the feelings that, it brings back the memories when I was a kid. I mean, even before I was a kid, some of these came out before I was even born. So, um, are you kidding, Ryan? That's crazy. May 3rd is the 20th anniversary of Spider-Man. Holy cow. Holy cow. Wow. No, Carl. No. But yeah, like Jody says, I usually get duplicates too. And that's, I just think it's one thing about as far as collecting goes. I have one to show, one to read. So and that's I try to keep it so that there's some balancing act to it all. I'm gonna grab this comic because I want you guys. Hold on one second. You guys can look behind me and see what's behind me here too, but hold on one second. All right. So I should have this ready, but this was I kind of treated myself for this one, and I ended up this is the first appearance of Boba Fett, and I really really wanted it. Um and one of the big things about me as far as thanks Joe, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in too. One of the things about this book too, and having John on here too. John was kind enough. He didn't sign the book, but he sent me his signature on card. So how about that, huh? So I got the first guy that ever animated Boba Fett to ever hit the stage of Star Wars, and then we've got it with the book. So that's pretty sweet. So I love it. And then we've got we just ended up getting I have my original one that I had when I was 6 years old, the Star Wars comic book that was that it taught me how to read. Really, it was really that paramount when I was a kid. But this one is very fine mint condition. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to get it graded. It might not be a 9.0 or whatever, but it's still pristine. It's a beautiful copy, absolutely beautiful. Hey Andre, how you doing, man? Hey, you guys need to follow Andre Danik. He is a cosplayer. Well, I shouldn't say it. He does cosplay, but an amazing resin helmets that he makes, Boba Fett style. Just check it out. It's under Coors, Coors Fett, right? Is that it, Andre? You can put it in the chat on Instagram. Check out what Andre does, though. He's phenomenal. Really great guy. And he collects my artwork too. So, but yeah, this I know that you probably have one of these, man. You probably have two or three of these, but yeah. And if you guys are interested in what's going on with May 4th, all I'm saying is there might be somebody involved with it. So, and if you guys are a fan of John Celestri, I think you guys are going to dig the news. So yeah, I'm really, really geeked about this. This was a really, this was kind of a, I know it's not a lot of guys, they don't consider it a grail, but you know, it is one of my grail pieces. So I just love it. Um, yeah, so that's it. I mean, it's good. Things are very good right now. I ended up, this last Sunday, you know, when it rains, it pours, the refrigerator's going, hey, what's up, skunk rocker? The washer and dryer are having issues, everything, you know, at one time. We're getting a new well, the Wi-Fi went south, all these things are happening. So what do we do Saturday? We go out and buy appliances. So um that was kind of my birthday present, I think. I don't think so. I think Chris is going to give me something else, but anyway, we'll have to see. But I'm so fortunate that we're able to do that type of thing, and I don't take it for granted, and I appreciate everybody that's invested with me in my artwork, in my books, and my creative endeavors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys all know who you are. And thanks for, you know, sharing things out and just promoting me, because it's and promoting Drinking with the Davies and all the rest of the stuff that we do on this channel. It really means the world to me that I'm able to do the thing that I love. And I know with Christine, she's you know, she's over the moon that we're able to help people out too and build their businesses too. That's a big, big part of this. So um I don't know what that I don't know what that's in reference to, but thank you, Skunk. I appreciate the birthday wish. Um Thanks, Andre. Yeah, but like I said, Coors Fet. Yeah, there it is. Coors Fet on Instagram. Follow him. He's really, really good. And if you guys want to, he's got those helmets up for purchase. I mean, he does some beautiful work. So if you guys are looking for Eric Hawkins, hey, if you're looking for a Boba Fett helmet or something like that, to where I know you've got a 3D printer, but you might not be comfortable with your abilities yet. Andre's the man. He can do something very nice. I mean, he put together a Boba Fett suit that is just incredible. I mean, the amount of work um, the weatherization, he even did the pack, the jet pack. It's amazing. I mean, really, really, really. I can't say enough about Andre. Well, I met Andre. Let's see, 3 years ago now, at the Midland Comic Con before Michigan shut down for COVID. So, and we were at the last Midland Comic Con together. It was fantastic. Um, don't buy appliances without talking to me. I can tell you what not to buy. 30 years in the appliance. Oh, I didn't know that, Eric. I didn't know that. I've designed a lot of interiors for homes, and I've been pretty in depth with a lot of different manufacturers, big time. So I mean, I specified for kitchen layouts for almost 20 years, just kitchens. So man, I'm with you on that. There's so many factors when it comes to appliances now. Um, we ended up I got a really good deal on quite a few things, but I ended up because we're getting a deep well here. I think been telling you guys about we're on a Great Lake, but the problem is that the 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 Great Lakes are like a basin, and and literally that's why they've got salt mines underneath, because it's such a thick um crust, if you want to call it that, underneath these inland oceans is what they are essentially. But the problem with it is we got all the fresh water we want to 100 feet from the door, but we can't access it because the well has to go down 400 feet into the ground here, which is crazy when you think about it, because the water table, you would think it would be higher because we're by a Great Lake, but that's not the truth. That's God having a sense of humor, I think. So, having said that, those deep wells cost, you know, in excess of $15,000 to $20,000, you know. So, in doing that, we're trying to offset the cost of, you know, having to go get water and all these other things from the store. So the appliances and everything we're getting now, we're going to have an ice machine. We're going to have, you know, things that you probably take for granted. Water dispensing from the refrigerator, little things like that are huge things you don't realize. A lot of people in the city, no big deal, right? But here it's a little different. So, um, and you know what, Eric? Let me tell you, the refrigerator we've got here that we have had that thing, I want to say 17 years. and we haven't had a problem with it till about 3 weeks ago. Chris might, if she's on here, she might, if she's listening in the audience, she might be saying, no, we had problem before then. But I mean, defrosting it and everything else, but it has been an awesome refrigerator. And so I can't knock it. It's been great. The Samsung washers and dryer that we've got, they were awesome until we had a couple issues with the front loader, the washer. But it's been 10 years. I mean, what can I say about that? 10, 11 years. So if you can get 10 years out of the appliances or more, I'm good with that. It's just part of it. I know that we're talking appliances on my birthday, but whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think that was a big investment, but I think it pays for itself. I mean, it's just that's the way it works. You get to the point, you just pay off a car and everything else, and then oops, hey, by the way, you got to get a refrigerator and washer and dryer and deep well. So that's just the way it works. But I am not complaining. I'm very blessed, and I'm very grateful for the abilities of what Chris and I can do, and what we're amongst friends. And I love the fact that we can talk like this, or I can talk and just listen to you guys or read what you're saying. Yeah, aren't they great, Gene? Go figure, huh? Yeah, they're some amazing comics. The owners of them took care of them, though, it looks like. So, but yeah, we've got there's a couple different companies that we're going to be using. I think CGC's been kind of falling to the wayside. I don't know. Hey, Pete, what's up, man? Ease of use and comfort are often worth the money. Well, it's an investment, right, man? So, like, truth be known, I mean, everybody that really knows me, Chris works outside the home, so I don't expect her, to be coming home to laundry to do, and it's not, or dishes to be done, and it's no, forget it. You can call me corporate Ted, you can call me whatever kind of Ted, you can call me housekeeper Ted, I don't care, whatever. It's I think it's important that if one of us is staying home to raise a chihuahua and build a artist empire, why wouldn't I vacuum the house, or why wouldn't I? It just makes sense. That's completely, that was part of the deal, I think, on all of it. I don't think it's a bad thing. You guys can, yeah, Grandma's Head, right? If you guys want to get a hold of Pete, he'll tell you why they call me Grandma's Head, if you guys haven't figured it out yet. But and I wear that badge proudly. But I think that there's something to be said for, you got to have in a relationship, like Chris and I have, you got to have you got to be able to. I think that's a huge thing not to do. I think you have to do that for your spouse or your significant other. If you work out of the house, at least that's my eyes. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a fair trade, I think. So when we were going out to appliances, hey, you know what? I want this on this appliance. I want that. I want this washer and dryer because this, and I'm like, consider it, Ted. Well, maybe. I don't know. I've been called worse, so I'll take that, Joe. Donna says, that's okay, Ted. Carl does all the laundry, sweeping yeah. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I honestly think my dad, I don't recall him doing any of that. But I see my brothers do it. My brother Mark does. I know, and it's one thing. He's always doing that kind of stuff. And I think that it just instinctively, it's good to see that, I guess, because I don't think it's a bad thing. And I think that honestly, that's why I've lived to be 51. She hasn't killed me yet, so that's good. And if it means I have to do the laundry by the time she gets home, great. Okay, so but that's, and like I said, how long does it take? You put the laundry in the washer, turn it on, come back, start working on your drawings or do a broadcast or whatever. What a rough life. Okay. I don't know who RM is. Anybody know who RM is? Let's put you on timeout, dude, because I don't know who you are. So, thanks for joining us, though. It's only blocked for 5 minutes, so let's see if you come back. If you do, then maybe we'll just block you independently. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys, let's do a tally. Does anybody know RM? Mm. By the way, we do have a sponsor coming in right now. They're called um, Northern Grounds, and they're going to be on here soon. And this is actually they're switching over a few things for the nerd in all of us, so that we're caffeinated. Indian River Roasting Company has moved over a little bit on the coffee spectrum as far as what we're I guess what we're offering. This is still going to be the blend that I have for the proprietary blend that I have, Waking Dragon. But they also have a lot of different, very geeky names for the other production that they're doing. It's very, very cool. Like Make It So Espresso. Everything's based around Star Trek or Star Wars or comics, or so we've got a whole list of things that I'm gonna put on this show, so you guys will enjoy it. So keep looking for that. And actually, Pete Ryan is the one that's doing it. So you guys make note of that, because Pete is the master roaster. He is awesome. If you guys have any issues with your stomach or anything like that, the way that he roasts this coffee, I think it might be, I don't know if it's I have no idea if it's an ulcer or what it is. I'm assuming it is. I drink a lot of coffee, so. But the way that Pete roasts the coffee, I haven't had any problems at all with the coffee hurting my stomach. So if you guys have any issues like that, definitely check into it. But like I said, I'll have more information on that in another week or so, and we'll get that going. But okay, and yeah, I do multitask, John. That's part of it. Pivoting is part of life, I think, and I think that diversification is key. Organization diversification are the key to business success. You have to be able to pivot. You have to be able to, and this. I'm preaching to the choir, John. You've been a artist for how many years? And I'm sure you've had to do that over the course of your career. But that's in any career. I think organization and diversification are the key. Those are the two things. Let's see. Carl Witzman, no idea. He's hawking British television through, so he can't. I don't know what that's. I don't know what that's in regards to, but maybe you can help me out with that one. So what are the hopes for this year? I've got. Let's see. I'm hoping that everything is completed with the development for Retrieve. That's kind of a long haul, though. That could probably be another year, depending on how everything works out with the rights to it and how it works with the development deal and all that. I'm not going to get into all the particulars, but sometimes it takes a while. And then there's changes to scripts and on and on. A lot to it. I'm learning a really just a wealth of. It's just awesome to learn so many different things that Craig's taught me so much about how really Hollywood works, and it's very intriguing. And if you guys want to check out From the Trenches of Hollywood, we're going to be having the new one on, I think, Friday. It's going to be it's our first premiere since it's the second season, so we're editing that all up right now, so you'll have a surprise guest on there Friday, I think. I'll be talking to Craig later today about that. But one of the major things is obviously the development script to get that knocked out. We've got 9 episodes, I think, that we're I guess coordinating. And that's the big thing with the development. It's an ongoing, not battle, but it's you're just chipping away at the stone. So, and it's different from the comic books. The comic books are a whole nother entity. So it's very fun. And what a better problem to have, right? So if only she knew a tiki artist. Well, yeah, that's a really good question. Are you encouraging Christine to do a drinking book, recipe notes, photos? We were talking. Here's the thing. I think that when you have a spouse and that you're interested in helping them promote things, sometimes not telling them something to do and having somebody else suggest it to them is probably the best way to market it. So, having said that, I'll have Christine watch the replay on this. And I think that if she isn't watching it already, I think that would be a dynamic add-on to Wicked Weeds and everything else that she's doing. I think a Drinking with the Davies, if you want to call it coffee table drink book, I think that would be awesome. I think we could do some really great things with that. We might have to coin a few things, a few changes to the names of the drinks in that, but I think that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We'll have to look into that. That's a good thing. Yeah, John's like, yeah, you have to multitask to bring jobs in on time and on budget. I'm sure. I can only imagine that. Trying to collaborate with other people too. That's a huge, not a problem, but if only she knew a tiki artist. Yeah, that's. I think that there might be something in the works for that, because I've been looking at doing. I told Chris, I'm like, you should probably look at, because we've been asked to do like a recipe book for Wicked Weeds. I've had other people ask, hey, could you do this? Could you put this, or could you put recipes with our grub rub, that she makes, and certain add-ons, whether everything from Bloody Marys to popcorn, whatever it is. And that's yeah, I've been telling her to do that. So hopefully it rings true once somebody else suggests it. So, but I think everybody, as you guys know, as having a spouse or having a better half, sometimes you suggesting something isn't always, they don't necessarily hear it, if that's the right way to put it. And sometimes having somebody else say it, hey, and then, hey, they had a great idea. What do you think of that? And then they bring it right to you after you said it 1,000 times. And I'm guilty of that too. So, but yeah, so I mean, this week is going to be kind of just celebrating 51 years around the sun. I know that Comics Unlimited this Thursday. That's the only time we're calling it that, but that's going to be a fun show. We're going to talk about, I think we're talking about, since Glenn's not here, I think we're talking about comics that really made, well, actually, I've been collecting comics for a long time, so I've had a lot of birthday comics, if you want to call it that. So I'm hoping we can go over our birthday selection. What would be the ultimate comic for our birthday? So you guys pipe up too on those, for those Grail comics and that kind of thing on Thursday at 10 o'clock. But I think that'll probably be our suggestion. What would be the perfect comic book for your birthday? What would you want? That's interesting, Donna. So let's Carl used Grubhub in the tomato bisque soup yesterday, and I said, yeah, that was I've been using it in spaghetti for a while, and I've noticed, because it's got a little bit of heat to it. It's sweet, so it takes the acidity out of the tomato, which helps a lot. Sometimes when because I'll use we use like turkey burger and sometimes venison if we've got that here. But usually I think we usually use the canned tomatoes from the prior season. That's normally what we try to do. Anyway, Christine cans, and so does her mom. But the tomatoes can get really acidic. So, but with that little bit of grub rub in it, it's got that brown sugar in it. It takes it down, takes that bite out of it, and then it finishes off just a little bit hotter, which I like. When I lived in Arizona for a while. I was telling my son this a couple weeks ago when he was up here, that the guy that I worked for at a pizzeria, I was like in my 19 or 20. He was from Chicago, and he used white pepper in the pasta that he made. And man, that stuff, it was a lot of heat, but boy, it was good. It was really good. And that's with the grub rub. It gives it that similar, it's kind of smoky a little bit, but it's got this nice finish heat, like there's a hot pepper in it or something. Really nice. So, and I've been using that with the spaghetti for a while. So yeah, the grub rub, it's pretty versatile. I was really, it's interesting to hear other people what they use it in, like you said, Donna. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't want it to be an infomercial on grub rub on Wicked Weeds, but let's see what we got here. What do we got? Easy. Okay. So this is from Joe. He says this is his birthday comic. All-Star Comics number 8, first Wonder Woman issue. Well, first appearance and telling of her origin. That's awesome. I'm going to look that up. We might have that. Get the checkbook out, Joe. I'll have to see. I don't know if we do or not. I'll have to double check. But that's a pretty tall order on that one. But yeah, that would be a good birthday gift. That would be. That's the only comic that had her origin, really. Huh. I'm getting hungry too now, Carl. Carl's saying the same thing. I'm getting hungry. Um, One thing that Christine does, since we don't do any wheat or anything like that, we can't really have cake, like the traditional cake. But there's a really good cake that she made a couple years ago, and it's made with Earl Grey tea, and it is absolutely my favorite cake. It's, I don't even know how, and obviously she makes it with Earl Grey tea, but I don't know how she makes it, but whatever. It's delicious. I think it is my favorite. So if you guys have ever had it, you're lucky, but man, it is absolutely delicious. And it's a light cake. She does a really good red velvet cake too. And that's pretty intense. That red velvet cake is really good, but it's really oily. So that's not your thing. It's not your thing. Like five, it's these are grails, man. You can go for the gusto. I know that there's a couple. I couldn't believe thought everyone in Michigan did weed. Well, I think that they do. I mean, it's a multi billion-dollar industry here now. So, and I think it's helped out a lot of people too, not just financially, but also medically. So, I'll be the first to say that. And not I don't use it, but I think it's important that people, utilize. Hey, what's up, how are you doing, Pogo? How you been, man? I don't know if you saw this, man. How's that? I don't know if you might have one of these, Pogo. I don't know. I hope you're doing well, man. It's good seeing you. Or seeing you. It's good that you stopped in. Yeah, man. There's just the thing about the medicinal side of what's going on right now in the state of Michigan with the marijuana and that. It's fantastic. What's a lot of people, it's helped out a lot of people. Some people it's, I've hindered, but it's like anything, you know, um, it's like with any industry, really. It can hinder people, whether it's fast food or whether it's growing pot. So, but there's some definite benefits to it. In the state of Michigan, I know the tax base is huge, and it brings a lot of revenue to a lot of people up here legally, and it creates a lot of jobs. So that's all, it's all how you look at it. But yeah, go for the gusto, Joe. Like we were saying, if it's a comic book that is going to cost five, go for it. Who cares? This one, I couldn't believe what this one's going for now. This werewolf. If you've got one of these originals, man, get it graded. I'm telling you, these things are going for huge money, huge money. I couldn't believe it when I even this morning I was checking out. I know I just talked about speculation, everything else not being the thing I do, but I checked that out anyway, just because I'm that guy. And I'm blown away what the 9.8s of this are going for. Unbelievable amount of money. And this right here, this is one of my grails right here. The first appearance of Black Panther. Yeah, I mean, Fantastic 452 is wow. I just to have it on the shelf here is just yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. But this one was really the one I really wanted. This is this and this one, especially with the Star Wars, this everything was Star Wars since I was 6. So yeah, things are going good, Pogo. So we've been really, really lucky. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're in good health and the kids are all good and everybody's healthy. You be safe out there too, man. I one of the things about comics and Star Wars and everything else is the people that I've met over the years. Whether it be comic book collecting, whether it be gaming with people. Pogo and I met gaming with Pete. Actually, Pete offered a space for us to play Star Wars. Man, we had a Star Wars RPG game that we're playing, and that was awesome. Yeah, Eric, everything you were right, man. Listen, I should have backed your play, dude, because I didn't even know. I'll tell you what, I didn't even follow Moon Knight at all, and now I'm a huge fan. So and then the show doesn't hurt either. But like I said on the other show I had, anything that makes my wife a fan of comic books, and they're doing it, and she can watch it on TV and get the just of an idea of I'm all about it, because that ends up making it just awesome for me, because then maybe I can get her to let me invest some money in some of these things. And she gets to enjoy it though too. She gets it's kind of broadening, her view about the comics in general. Um, after seeing everything with the MCU that they brought out and everything else, the excitement of everything else, and just yeah, cool stuff, man. But yeah, Moon Knight, I just can't. I'm just shocked at the values of some of these. They're just unbelievable, unbelievable. Um, and I mean, it's going to be ebb and flow. I really don't see that dying out, though. I think that probably Moon Knight's going to be around for a hell of a long time because this comic, from what I've been seeing it's been around for a long time and it's considerably grown over the years, even without the popular show. So I mean, I think it's going to be around for a long time. I mean, in Fantastic Four, any of these right here, really, um, you're. I think that the value is, you're just going to see some huge growth in a lot of these comics. And I've seen some stuff that the last 10 years has dwarfed everything in the stock market that I was talking to a few friends about this and how the increase, this, I think, if done properly and graded properly, this is a retirement policy that you can cash in on as it grows. I mean, I really think that is people really need to look at what it is. These aren't just funny books. I mean, Glenn cries because of the stuff that he doesn't have anymore. Back in the '60s, he had some Fantastic Fours that he sees now that are on my shelf. I didn't take them from him, but and he's like, oh my God, you know what that's worth? You hear him on Comics Unlimited. What that would be worth if I had that. On and on, and I hear it from um, countless guys that grew up and they just don't have them. Their mother made them clean out their closets or whatever, or and it's heartbreaking. But that also makes the market more valuable because there's less in circulation. So it's all how you look at it. But I think that you should probably, if you're looking at investing in comics, definitely do so. I think there's some great money in it. But do your thing. Don't just invest. I mean, do it so that you enjoy the hobby, and do it so that you're enjoying the stories, and do it because you want to be a kid again. There's nothing wrong with that. So, and that's basically what I wanted to say about today. I mean, I'm 51. I still feel great. I'm a lot hairier than I was, like I said. So that's about it. And I feel good. It's, sky's the limit right now. So we just have to make sure that we take as many people as we can with us when we're building this thing. And, we try to promote everybody. And that's, I, and I know where this is going to go in a minute because you guys are going to say, oh, well, you can give me this and give me that. I usually give something away for my birthdays. I think it's very important that I give back versus wanting to get. And I'm not giving any of my comics away, so don't ask. But thank you guys, Carl and Pogo. But I think that when I tell you to do something good for somebody else, um, seize the day and do something good for somebody else. I mean it. I mean, do something good for it. I offer these platforms, these TED Talks and that for a lot of different creatives. I share things out for people. I try to do things for other people. And that's the whole idea behind this Ted Davies artistry thing. We try to promote, like, so I was part of Rising Tide. You guys all know that. And I sound like a broken record, but that's what it's about. So on my birthday, I mean, I want to make sure that, if you got something to share out on there, if you got your campaigns, everything else, which Eric, what are you up to $30,000 on your campaign? Amazing, amazing. Zombie World of Oz on Kickstarter. You guys have to check that out if you haven't already. But always put your links in here. You guys can share all you want with that, and we'll make sure that we're doing this so that we're promoting you guys because you guys have always promoted me. There he is. There's Glenn. Cool. Well, we're almost done, man. We were just talking about you. We were talking about how some of the comics that unfortunately you lost as a child are up on my shelf now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And you got, like I said, Comics Unlimited on Thursday. We're going to be talking about what is your Grail birthday present. What is going to be the comic that you would want on your birthday? That's what we're going to be talking about. Just so we know, Glenn, what we're talking about. So, Um, Carl's still on the scones thing. So yeah, check out everything that we're doing on Ted Davies Artistry, and we got a lot going on this week. Next week we're not going to be live like we talked about. The internet was pretty good today, guys. Huh? No problems. Didn't have any Wi-Fi drop or anything, so that's good. The modem is working properly. Remember to always plug in the computer, the power cord, because it'll cycle the Wi-Fi constantly. I do not have New Gods signed, but that has got to be the closest to a 9. That has got to be. I'll bet you when we get that graded, it comes back at 9.0 or better. I will bet. Oh, good, Eric. I'm glad you got your Grim. You guys, like I said, the Grim will be. Thanks, man. You guys should be receiving, whoever invested in the Grim 101 book 2. They should be coming in now. I've got another. I kind of give our post office a little bit of a break. I take them every other day or so because it's just overwhelming for them. They're a smaller post office here, so just so you guys can bear with me on that. But they are coming out, so yeah, we'll be there. There will be, Ryan, there will be a Comics Unlimited this week on Thursday at 10 a.m. Like I said, we're going to be doing the birthday wish list of what let's just say birthday wish list of comics that you'd want for your birthday. That's a good one, Glenn. I think that that'll be good. But yeah, I think that's it. I just want to thank everybody for joining me. Again, these aren't really that's right. That's what we're going to label it this week. Comics Unlimited. Okay. Sorry, Glenn. We'll figure something out for your birthday, but we'll do it this week just for the branding side of it. Yeah, just do something good for somebody. That's what I want for my birthday. Do something good for somebody, even if it's getting a coffee for somebody or whatever. And just enjoy, be healthy and enjoy the day. Try to get out. We had snow last night. It's Michigan. It's sunny. It's all but melted away now, which is great. But even if it's snow on the ground or there's high winds or whatever, still look at the good side, the good side of stuff. That's the biggest thing. I don't want you guys feeling down this week. If anything, for my birthday, that's what I want. Saturday's actually my birthday, so that's when I really want you to have a good time and enjoy it and be safe and everything else. But then Friday, we're going to be doing my favorite drink. I don't have it listed yet, but it's going to be ginger, and of course, it's ginger, right? Ginger, and it's not Jameson, but it's Scotch. So we're going to be doing a Scotch and Verner's drink that I normally usually have, and I think it's a great drink to have any year, but any evening if you guys in the summer, in the winter, whatever. It's a great mix. Little couple ice cubes, but the big key of it all is Verner's, and it's not Vernor's. Brian K. Morris, if you're listening to this, it's Verner's. Strictly Detroit. It is the best ginger ale on the market. So you guys need to check it out. So thanks, Ryan. 21st birthday. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I feel like I don't know. I vaguely remember 21, but I feel good. I feel like I've, you get to a point in life where there's a balance. And I think that we're there. Hey, Mad Watch Collector, guys, Russell is the man when it comes to watches. Yeah, you guys need to follow this guy on YouTube. He is an absolute amazing guy from the UK, much like Glenn, a little bit younger. And I consider Russ a friend in watches. He is the man. Of course, I'm wearing, check this out, my Batman Duro. Anyway, but enough about that. You guys check out everything that Russell's doing on there too. Thank you very, very much, sir. I appreciate it. Hope you're in good health. And you guys just have a great week. Let's enjoy this thing. Check out what we're doing Thursday with Comics Unlimited. And we will have a really good show. I'm looking forward to seeing Glenn on Thursday. And then Friday, Drinking with the Davies. Check out everything that we're doing with that, because that's always fun. And you know who's in charge there. So thank you very, very much, guys. You guys rock. Check out everything we're doing, all with these vintage comic books, too. We got a lot going on. So, and if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I am here. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great, great week. And like I said, do something good for somebody. because sometimes they need it. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.